So in this live stream, we'll be discussing how you can understand yourself, understand your body as a woman. By understanding your body as a woman, it entails you knowing your ovulation, your fertile window, your menstrual cycle, and everything that has to do with your body as a woman. So I will begin with your menstruation. How do you calculate your menstrual cycle? This has become one of the major problems a lot of women face. How do I calculate my menstrual cycle? Well, it's not a big deal. To calculate your menstrual cycle is simply you knowing about your calendar. Use your calendar. This is very, very effective and simple. Now, the first step is you taking record of the first day of your menstruation. Like every month, ensure that you keep the record of the first day of your menstruation. Let's say this January, you kept the first record. The first day of your menstruation, January, was on the 5th of January. Then February on the 7th, March on the 8th, April maybe on the 10th, then May maybe on the 5th. Even if it varies, this will help you to determine whether you even have a regular cycle or not, okay? So all you need to do is, as you have kept this record, you now calculate the length between the first day of your last period to a day before your next period. Let's say the last period started on the 5th of May. Then this April, you are seeing it on the 4th. This simply means that you are going to calculate from that 5th of April till a day before 5th of May till a day before 4th of April. That is on the 3rd of April. I hope you get that right, okay? So for your ovulation, how to calculate your ovulation? The simple arithmetic there is menstrual cycle minus 14 days. To calculate your ovulation, all you need to do is, if your menstrual cycle is 28, then remove 14 from that 28. That is, menstrual cycle minus 14 days is going to give you your ovulation. Hi, you are welcome. You are welcome. Moonlight Gamer, you are welcome. Aisha Hazin, you are welcome. Okay, here we are discussing how to understand your body as a woman. And I just mentioned that the first step is you knowing your body as a woman by knowing your menstrual cycle. By menstrual cycle, the best way to calculate your menstrual cycle is to put record. Please, if you have any question, drop it in the comments so that I can help you. If you want me to calculate your menstrual cycle, your ovulation, your fertile window, or maybe you want to conceive a particular gender, either a boy or a girl, and you don't know how to go about it, yes, you can actually influence it. You can influence your baby gender. You can decide whether you want to. What are you talking about? Okay, I am talking about how you can understand your body as a woman if you are a woman or you have a wife at home. Understanding your body as a woman entails you knowing when you are fertile, you knowing when your next period will come out, you knowing when you are ovulating. By ovulation, I mean the day that your egg will drop. That day that your egg will drop as a woman is your ovulation day. And without ovulation, there will be no pregnancy. So a lot of women don't know about it, but with your menstrual cycle, you can actually know when all these things will happen. And as a woman, if you want to save yourself from a lot of problem, a lot of stress, a lot of anxieties, a lot of trauma, you actually need to know this. So I begin with by explaining how you can calculate your menstrual cycle. So I normally use this small calendar. For instance, now, if you are a woman, you need to have a record of the first day of your menstruation. Let's say we are in May now. Let's say Like, for example, my last period started on the 14th of April. So I am expecting it on the 13th of this May now. So how do I know my cycle then? Calculate from 14th of April till a day before 13th of May. That will give you your cycle. But before you conclude that that is your cycle, you have to do this for 3 good months. Ensure that if it's giving you the same number, let's say you are getting, like my own is 30 to 31 days cycle. So let's say you are getting 30, you have done it January to February, you got 30 days. February to March, you got 30 days. March to April, you also got 30 days. This is to say that you have a 30 days cycle. But in a situation which is very common to most women, in a situation where you do this thing and it varies, you're having variation in these figures. Maybe from January to February, you are getting 30 days. From February to March, you are getting 28 days. From March to April, you are getting 20 days. My sister, is not a problem. That does not mean that you have hormonal imbalance, and that does not mean that you have irregular cycle. You can only say that you have irregular cycle if your cycle is below 21 days or above 35 days. Or again, maybe you see it this month and it takes more than 2-3 months again before you see it again. That is only when you will say that you have irregular cycle. But most women, when they see it maybe after 28 days, the next one they see it 26 days, they think they have irregular cycle. No, that is not the definition of irregular cycle. Now that you have known how to calculate your menstrual cycle, congratulations. Now the next thing is, how do I determine my ovulation? Yes, before you calculate your ovulation, you should be able to know your menstrual cycle. That is why I started by explaining how you can calculate your menstrual cycle. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, do well to subscribe to my channel. This is my twins and I. All I do is to help women to understand their body as a woman, and I talk more of women's fertility as well as male fertility. Let's go back to the topic of the day. Now we are in ovulation. You have known your menstrual cycle. Ovulation, there is only one simple mathematics I will teach you now. That is the best formula for calculating ovulation. And what is this formula? Menstrual cycle minus 14 days. A lot of people thought that ovulation happened on the 14th day from the first day of your period. No, it's not true. Ovulation is not always on the 14th day because menstrual cycles of women varies. There are women with 21-day cycle, there are women with 20-day cycle, there are women with 30-day cycle. So you can only ovulate on the 14th day if your cycle is 28 days. If your cycle is not 28 days, you cannot ovulate on the 14th day. So for you to know when you will ovulate, know your cycle first. So your cycle, the ovulation day now is menstrual cycle minus 14 days. Let's take this for example for clarity. If your menstrual cycle is 26 days, following the method I just taught you now, your menstrual cycle is 26 days, right? Now you want to calculate your ovulation. Simply do 26 minus 14. And when you do this, you are going to get 12, right? Then this 12, where do you count it from? Count it from the first day of your last period. Let's say your last period was on the 1st of this May. Count that 16. Count that 12 from the 1st of May, which was the first day of your period. Then when you count it, you will see that it will be on the 12th day. That is, the ovulation will now fall on the 12th of May. Have you seen that ovulation is not always on the 14th day? Have you seen that ovulation is not always on the 14th day? It depends on your cycle. So do not believe when anybody tell you that you ovulate after 14 days of menstruating. That's not true. The only formula to calculate your ovulation is your menstrual cycle minus 14 days. Another example for clarity, if your cycle is 30 days, remove 14 from 30, you are going to get 16. That means you should be expecting your ovulation on the 16th day, not 14th day. The 14th day is only meant for women that has 28 days cycle. Okay, hello Terun Side, thank you for joining us. You are welcome. This is my twins and I. We are talking about knowing your body as a woman, how to calculate your menstrual cycle, your ovulation, your fertile window, as well as how to determine the genders of your baby. So if you have any question, feel free to ask your question. Okay, what is your name? Okay, I am Mrs. Success Amadi, but people address me as Mommy Twins or my twins and I. Thank you for joining us. If you have further questions, feel free to ask. Okay, I am from, where are you from? Okay, I am from Imo State. I'm in Nigeria. I married at Delta State. Yes, I'm married to Delta State, but I am originally from Imo State, Nigeria. Okay, while I wait for other questions, let me go to gender selection. Okay, fertile window. We have talked about menstruation cycle. We have talked about ovulation. Now, let's talk about fertile window. How do you know your fertile window? Your fertile window is simply, okay. Your fertile window is simply um your ovulation day plus 5 days before that ovulation day. Let's take this example again for clarity. Let's say that your fertile window is on the 10th of this May. That is, the ovulation is on the 10th of this May. Okay, you are a doctor. You're welcome. It's nice and a pleasure meeting you. You're welcome to my channel. This is my twins and I. You're welcome. Please do well to subscribe to my channel, and I'll try to subscribe to yours since we have the same niche. You are welcome. Okay, so as I was talking about fertile window. To determine your fertile window, you simply ovulation day plus 5 days before your ovulation day. Okay, so if your ovulation day falls on the 10th of this May, so your fertile window means is that 10th of this May plus 5 days before that 10th. It's nice meeting you also, Dr. Sai. It's nice meeting you. Where is your location, sir? Or is it ma'am or sir? What is your location? Where are you from? It's nice connecting with you here also. It's my pleasure too. Thank you. Okay, please, others, you can also drop your questions. India. Yeah, I have a lot of subscribers from India. Most of my fans are from India. Yeah, I have a lot of people from India. You're welcome. You're welcome once again. Okay, excuse me. Ah, coming to India is not possible now. I am married. I am married with kids. Check my profile. You will see my kids. So who will I leave my kids with? I am married with kids, so I won't be able to come to India. So I'm sorry about that. All right. Back to our topic. So we are talking about the fertile window of a woman, and we earlier established that the fertile window of a woman is simply your ovulation day plus 5 days before that ovulation day. So know it that in your in your menstrual cycle, you have maximum of 7 days to get pregnant. So you can actually decide not to do anything within that fertile window. Yes, that is the only family planning I can assure you that has no side effect and is 100% effective if only you understand your body very well. Yes, every other family planning, trust me, they have side effects. No matter how we paint it, no matter how we decorate it, no matter how we convince you. Yes, they have their good side anyway, but the obvious truth is that they have side effects. All the family planning methods have side effects, okay? So, but if you're able to know your body as a woman, you might actually say bye bye to artificial family planning. Yes, it's possible, 100% possible. Like, apparently, I have not done it before and I don't intend to do it. Okay. So back to what we were saying, inside that your fertile window, which we have established that it is your ovulation day plus 5 days before your ovulation day, right? Then you add a day after that ovulation day. We are taking a case study of 10th of May. Let's say that your ovulation is on the 10th of May, as we have earlier established. Then we you count backward 5 days before that time should be on the 9th, on the 8th, on the 7th, on the 6th, and on the 5th of May. That is to say that from 5th to 10th, you are fertile. These are your fertile windows. Then you can add 11th of May. The reason you should add 11th of May as your fertile window is because when that egg will drop on the 10th of May, as the egg is dropping on the 10th of May, that egg is still going to be healthy, active, and alive till the next day. It takes about 72 hours before the egg will finally die. Okay, so that egg is still active. If it drop today, tomorrow is still active. And mind you, if you are targeting to conceive a baby boy, this is a best chance for you. Your ovulation day, you should be targeting, that's your ovulation day, and a day before your ovulation day. These are the best time that you can target for a baby boy. Okay, so but if you are targeting a baby girl, then you should go for 3 days, as in the first 3 days of your fertile window. For instance, now that we are taking 10th of May as a case study, then 3 days, the first 3 days of this fertile window should be on the 5th, on the 6th, and on the 7th of May. So this is the best time to track for a baby girl. Okay, so there is no much deal about it. There is no big deal about it. It's very simple. It's just that sometimes, because of our busy schedule, we often forget to put down the necessary records that we are supposed to put down. For instance, maybe this month now your period come out and you intended to record the date. Unfortunately, you were so busy. You know women now, you were so busy, so you are not able to record it. So next month the same thing might happen, and before you know it, you will mix it up. So, and I also established that, see, having 28-day cycle this month and having 26-day cycle next month, and maybe having 27-day cycle the other month, does not mean that you have hormonal imbalance, and it does not also mean that you have infection. Because small times, as a small thing, people will attribute it to infection. Yes, I'm not disputing the fact that infection can actually influence your hormones, which might also influence your period or your ovulation. But what I'm saying is that you are saying your period, your cycle is coming 2 days interval. Yeah, you are expecting it after 26 days and it come after after 28 days is not a problem. It should be a kind of +2 or -2. Okay, so the only time you should be worried if it's more than 7 days gap. Let's say you're expecting it today and it took more than 7 days gap before you see it again, then that means there is a problem. Your hormone is out of balance. The hormone that is responsible for the shedding of your uterus is out of balance, then it might affect your cycle. But apart from this, it's not a problem. If you have any other question, feel free to ask. So I am in the comments right now. Feel free to ask your questions. I am in the comments right now. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us. I am in the comments right now. Feel free to ask your question. At the end of 9 months, at the end of 9 months, at the end of 9 months, you must carry your baby. You must carry your baby. At the end of 9 months, you must carry your baby. At the end of 9 months, you must carry your baby. You must carry your baby. At the end of 9 months, you must carry your baby. At the end of 9 months, you must carry your baby. At the end of 9 months, you must carry your baby. At the end of 9 months, what happened? Okay, better like this. You must carry your baby. At the end of 9 months, you must carry your baby. At the end of 9 months, you must carry your baby. You must carry your baby. End of 9 months, you must carry your baby. At the end of 9 months, you must carry your baby. It's nice connecting with you on this platform tonight. See you in my next live stream, and many thanks for joining us. Good night.